Hello everybody, back here again for a vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 9th, and today was a beautiful, lovely day outside. Started warming back up again. Gorgeous weather down here. We had a couple cold days, windy and rain and whatnot, but that is over. So I guess our fall's done. We'll probably have, I don't know, a week of winter coming up here in a month or two, but overall our cold weather is past and we're back to beautiful Florida weather, which is what we want. So got up this morning, stupid early with the puppy. Just it is what it is. So I was going to change out my ceiling fan today and do it super early this morning, and decided to hell with it. I was making his noise. We're going to be up that early, and plus it's being completely dark outside. Once I take the light down, I don't have any light in the room. I have one little light over by the entryway, but it doesn't light up much, so I'll be using a headlamp the whole time, and that's a little bit tough. So decided to put that off. Got a couple other things done, came outside, hung out with the dogs and stuff, whatever. My lovely bride finally got up, so we basically got chatting a little bit. She headed off to work. I ended up getting a few other things around the house here done, nothing major. Headed over to Orlando. I had to go pick up my check from my attorney, which he could have just mailed, but I had to sign some paperwork anyway. So I went over there stuff, ended up meeting up with him. He wanted to chat a little bit and stuff and whatnot. We've met before at other events and stuff, but never enough to really, we didn't really sit down and chat. So we talked a little bit. His family, I can't remember, I think it's his wife's family. I'm not sure, I think it's his wife's family. He's from Iowa. Also, so we chatted about Iowa quite a bit and stuff and whatnot, kind of just BS there and whatever. And talked about my wife's aunt who was in a wreck. We talked about her case a little bit and how much trouble she's in and just the pain and the suffering and all the just the crap that she's dealing with as well. So he's doing his best to help her out, which she didn't want to call him. And I was like, you have to call him. You know, I said, you don't have to do anything. Do anything you want to. But it's going to make your life a whole lot easier in the whole process. So, which she's done, and he's been very helpful for her as well. So I took the dogs with me, went over to the truck, just chilled out, took my time, wasn't a big hurry anywhere. Got over there, got that done, got back here, came outside, played with the dogs for a while and stuff, chilled out a little bit. Ended up, so I'd take my mom, she wanted to go to the store, so I ran her up to Winn-Dixie. First ran by the bank, deposit my check, then ran to Winn-Dixie, picked up a bunch of groceries and stuff we needed, and the lady at the checkout, when my mom was paying for her stuff, basically gave her $200.25, because her bill was like, I don't know, 110 something and like 8 cents or 18 cents or some crap, what the hell it was, and completely screwed the girl up. She somehow punched in as like $180, $112, or I don't know what the hell it was. It was all kinds of screwed up, and basically shortchanged her because she's like, oh, I'll just do it this way, blah blah. And then she shortchanged her $10, and I'm like, that don't look right. And mom's like, what? I'm like, that don't look right at all. Count this back out again here. And we did the math, and so she gave her the other $10, and which if we'd gotten home, we would have never been able to figure it out and whatever and whatnot. But also as she was taking the stuff off the conveyor belt and ringing it up, she grabbed my package of cheese, which they're all Ziploc bags now, for whatever reason. And I don't know if it wasn't zipped shut by the lady in the back, or it looked to me like she grabbed it by the red little like zipper part, and like as she picked it up, she unzipped it because it slid up, and as she turned over to scan it, she dumped my cheese out on the weight scale on the conveyor belt right there, and then picks it up and like stuffs it back in the bag real quick, like she wasn't gonna say shit to me. And I was like, excuse me? And she's like, she goes, oh, do you want me to replace this? And I'm like, well, my cheese just touched the register and like the scale and stuff. No, I don't want to replace. You don't need to replace it all, but you can throw it away because I'm not eating that shit. Like, this is going to go on a cold sandwich. Like, your hands have just touched it. Not only did it fall out, but it's touched the conveyor belt, it's touched God knows what else. But your hands have been handling money and everything else and stuff today. And I don't know how often you wash your hands here. And you just touched my cheese. So, yes, I want you to throw that away and do not ring it up kind of thing, because that's not my cheese, anymore. That's your cheese now. And she's like, oh, and then she got completely flustered. So she blamed the screwing up the $10, trying to steal $10 from my mom, also on the cheese part. And I'm like, that shouldn't make any sense because that was over a long time ago, and now you're taking money. But so that was a fun one there. We got back out the truck, got everything put away, the groceries put away and stuff, headed back home, got the groceries put away, and I had to go walk a new dog, which they haven't booked as a dog walk, but we also have, I got to walk 2 dogs now because apparently they got another dog since they booked the first one. Haven't met the second dog yet, no big deal. I get there, they asked me to basically call her husband first, let him know I was coming over and whatnot, and I was like, okay, cool, he's gonna be there to let me in. So I basically called the number, no answer, text the number, no answer. I was like, they didn't tell me I had, I was like, whatever. So they know I'm coming, so I was like, no big deal. So I head back over there, started the walk out because I forget sometimes, and then I don't get paid for it kind of thing. Got to the door, knocked on the door, and nobody answered the door. So I banging the door a little bit, nobody answers the door. Walk around, kind of holler in the backyard, in case you're in the backyard and stuff. Nobody's in the backyard. Dog's barking his head off the door, which I thought they would have came to the door if they were there. So I banged on the door again. Basically used the app to try and contact the wife who's at work, and basically said, "Here's where I'm at. Nobody's here. I can't get in. Yada yada, whatever." So I, basically just hanging out there a little while, thinking maybe they're in the bathroom or something. Nobody shows up. She asked me. She finally gets back to me and asks if the truck's in the driveway. I go like, nope. And she's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Then she goes, oh, here, try. He thought you were going to call this number first. I said, I did. I called that number. I texted that number. I wasn't told I couldn't come over until I heard back from him. That wasn't what we had. We had a plan of 2 o'clock. I was going to be here, and it's a little bit after 2 now because I've been waiting around here forever, and there's nobody here. So she's like, well, maybe he's come back tomorrow. And I'm like, well, maybe not, because I don't get paid for tomorrow. Like, I'm getting paid for today, because I showed up here. Like, I did my work. I did my responsibility because you didn't give me a key. That ain't how that shit goes down. So I just basically ended the walk because it was like 17 minutes, supposed to be like 30 minutes long. So I don't know if I'll get paid or not. Who the hell knows? So yeah, that's BS there in the process. So I was like, oh, there goes. Well, she goes, maybe you can try tomorrow. And I said, well, I know I gotta be back Thursday, so we'll try it then Thursday and see what happens. But I don't need this job. Like, I'm doing this like as a hobby kind of thing for me and stuff, and you guys just can't screw with my time like this. And I know I had my time planned out for that, and it just sucks because not only that, you got to pay me for the second dog as well when I get there and stuff, so we got to have that talk. But we'll see how it goes. And it was the whole condescending, oh, you're supposed to call this number first. I'm like, I did. I called and texted. It's just like, oh, I don't know what's going on then. And I'm like, yep, neither do I. So I don't know. It is what it is. So we set a time, we said it, we have a plan, and then you just completely screw it off. It just makes no sense to me at all. So we'll see. And still didn't get end of the day, no response back from him, no reply back, no nothing, saying, hey man, sorry, I'll look for your number later, whatever. So no clue, but it is what it is. So went ahead, said hell that. From there, we're over on the motorcycle. Kind of took a little bit of a longer trip back home around a couple of side streets here, and because the house is real close to me, it's not like it's a long ways away. And looked at one of the properties that we're trying to get in to see it with a real estate agent, and haven't heard back from them. Supposedly, I guess she didn't update her, I don't know, her documentation or something. I don't know what it was. So got to figure that out and go from there. Went and looked at it again. I looked at it once. Want to look at it again, kind of see if it's what I wanted. I don't know if it is or not. It's that weird kind of layout in the yard. It's not great, but it is what it is. Got back to the house, hung out with the dogs, played with them for a while. Went ahead and gave back the puppy finally. Went ahead. My mother was making spaghetti, and I use sausage. I don't like beef as much. I like the flavor of sausage better. So she, browned it all up, whatever and stuff, and did it. We were out of angel hair. She thought she had more spaghetti than she had, so we ended up playing a rigatoni, I think, instead for pasta. Had a 6:45 meet and greet that was supposed to happen. I got a text from the lady as I was getting ready to go for my run, saying that she was going to cancel the 6:45 meet and greet because she's new to the area and she doesn't want to drive after dark, and it's going to be dark by the time she gets done here. So that was like, you knew what time things are, but I was like, okay, whatever. So went ahead. We're going to try and get a whole Saturday to do a meet and greet, but Saturday always sucks because we got other stuff going on and whatever and whatnot. So we'll see what happens there. Went ahead, got my run in, got my shower. My lovely bride got home from work, and we were planning to eat like 6, and I'm like, well, they're not coming at 6:45. That's the latest we can do swings early. So we went in, ate, watched a little bit of TV together, headed back out in the evening, had myself a beautiful cigar, chilled out, and it was just nice weather. It was beautiful. I didn't need a fan or nothing. It was nice. It was a little warm during the day, but cooled off nice in the evening. I actually put a sweater on. I didn't really need it per se, but it definitely made me a little more comfortable. So headed into bed and wrapped it up, called it a day. So talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.